Hi everyone, welcome to my informative speech about soap making. Soap. It's a product that everyone uses, right? You grab a bar, you wash your hands, but have you ever thought about what's in a bar of soap? How to make a bar of soap, or who made it? According to soap history, soap making can be traced back as far back as 2800 BC in ancient Babylonia. Before soap was mass-produced, people had to make it themselves. Soap's typically made of natural ingredients, including animal and plant products, and many people prefer to have soap with no harsh chemicals, so they make it themselves. I have made soap on many occasions, and a lot of people today continue to make soap for personal use, sale, and gifts. So I will be discussing with you today a little information about cold process soap making, and I will briefly explain and demonstrate how to make a bar of soap. If I can do it, so can you. So let's first talk about the science behind soap making. For you science lovers out there, I'll briefly explain. Cold process soap making is done by mixing fatty acids, lye, and water together. Very simply, the mixing of the oil and the lye cause a chemical reaction. This chemical reaction is called saponification. The lye helps to form a hard bar of soap. It sounds complex and involved, but you will see it is a step-by-step process that you'll be able to follow, especially if you have the right equipment. So next, I will talk about the equipment and ingredients that we'll be using to make the soap. We'll be doing a basic recipe for olive oil soap, and for purposes of this speech, I've done a few things ahead of time and everything's been pre-measured. According to Soap Queen, many people add color, essential oils, herbs, flowers, and fragrance of their preference as well. We will need goggles, gloves, a container for the lye, a pot for the oil, a hand mixer, a mixing utensil, a soap mold, a soap cutter. We will be doing a recipe of 16 ounces of olive oil, 6 ounces of water, and 2 ounces of lye. So now I will explain, so now you know the ingredients and equipment needed to make the soap. So now we're ready to make the soap. I will now explain the steps for mixing the ingredients to make it. First, we want to mix the water and the lye. You always want to add the lye to the water. I'll go ahead and do that for you now. You don't want to do it the other way around, or it could overflow and cause a lye volcano. And when you add the water to the lye, it's going to heat up very quickly, so be careful and be sure to do this in a well-ventilated area as well. Okay, very easy. I'll go ahead and set that aside. Now when the lye and the oil are usually roughly the same temperature, we mix them together. Now I've already done this ahead of time to save time for this speech. And a mixing wand helps with this process. I'll go ahead and show it to you a little bit. Now you will mix this batter together until it reaches a cake batter-like consistency called trace. Okay? Trace, according to supersoap.com, is the point where the oil and the lye have successfully mixed together to form soap. Okay. So now that we've talked about the ingredients and how to mix them properly, lastly, I'll demonstrate pouring the soap into the mold to prepare it for use. just do it simply like that. Then you're going to set it aside to set. Cover it. Now in a couple of days, your soap will be ready to be removed from the soap mold. You're going to remove the soap from the soap mold and you're going to cut it into bars. I've already done this also a little bit ahead of time, but you'll see here, this is a little different recipe, but I went ahead and cut it into bars. I'll go ahead and cut a few more just for demonstration. So you're going to cut your bars however you like it. And you're going to set them aside to cure. According to Soap by the Loaf, soap needs time to cure before use. The reason for this is because you want to make sure that all of the lye has evaporated from the soap completely. This happens naturally if you just leave the bars in open air. If you use the soap too soon, you could risk skin irritations and burns. So in conclusion, you have learned with me a brief overview of soap making. We discussed a little history about soap. We now know how to mix the ingredients properly, and we walked through a demonstration of the soap making process. And lastly, we removed the soap from the mold and prepared it for curing to use. So hopefully next time you have a handmade bar of soap in your hands, you'll appreciate the ingredients, time, and work that has been put into making it. Maybe you'll even try to make a bar yourself. With basic recipe and clear steps to follow, anyone can make soap. Thank you.